Listen to this. Russian-linked hackers have apparently published nude photos of cancer patients onto the dark web after a Pennsylvania healthcare company refused to pay a ransomware ransom. The Lehigh Valley Healthcare Network calling the leak an unconscionable criminal act. Our next guest has pressed the Department of Homeland Security for details on how the United States is preparing for Russian cyber threats. And look who's joining us right now. Senator Mike Rounds from the great state of South Dakota joins us from D.C. Senator, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning.
This is a gross story. And initially this outfit, presumed to be Black Cat, a Russian ransomware outfit, they asked for like $1 million. And the hospital said, we're not going to give you $1 million. That's probably the right thing to do. But now these images are out there on the dark web.
You're right. And look, this is an organization. They're independent contractors. Russia hires them once in a while to do their dirty work. They'll work for the IRA or the GRU, which are two of the Russian organizations that do a lot of the cyber activity. But on the side, they'll also do independent work where they're basically pirating, getting into information, and they're doing it exactly for the reason that you say. They're holding stuff for ransom. A lot of it comes because they'll get in through what they call a phishing expedition, where they'll put out a picture, and folks, you'll see it on your own. And every once in a while, you'll see somebody with your name on it from a buddy, and you think he'll say something like, hey, I should have sent these photos to you earlier. Right. And you look on it and you flip it on, and they get into your system with it. That's one of the easiest ways for some of these criminal outfits to do it. Sure. And once they're in, they look for where the money's at. Well,
here's the frustrating part, Senator. This outfit is apparently in Russia. And we know a couple of years ago when the Russian ransomware people demanded a big cash payout for the Colonial Pipeline, and then our president, Joe Biden, said, hey, Russia, you do that again, we're coming after you and we're going to do something bad to you unless you do different, and he had gradients like you can't screw with our infrastructure, you can't do this. I think I remember hospitals as being part of that. But nonetheless, it's like if it's clearly from Russia and they are attacking this hospital inside the United States, our federal government should do something.
Well, look, I'm going to separate out the guys on the front line that are actually working the cyber operations from the administration. When you make a red line, you've got to be able to follow it up. Yeah. We do have some really good cyber warriors that are out there. They're actually on the front lines. We do a program called Hunt Forward. We use it in other countries. We go in there through the Department of Defense. We'll look through and we'll find the types of attacks that they're doing in other countries. We'll then turn around, bring it back, and try to improve our defenses based on what we find across in other countries. Yeah. It's been very successful, but there's still more work to do. And you're right, when you make a red line, you better be able to back it up. And that's one of the challenges we're going to have here with an administration that, people are wondering whether or not they're tough or not. And, we pulled out of Afghanistan in a very poor way, and now we're still having that challenge when it comes to other parts of the world. It was just after that Putin decided it was safe to get into Ukraine. Now we have Xi Jinping looking at Taiwan, and a lot of that's because they're wondering whether or not this administration would actually respond.
Great point. Senator, thank you very much for starting your day with us.
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity.
You bet.